Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Delaney, and I'm the Associate Director of Leadership Training and Governance at the Kimmel Belonging and Engagement Hub here at SIUE. Thank you all so much for joining us as we celebrate the accomplishments of our exceptional graduates. Before we start our program, let's invite those exceptional graduates to join us in this space. If you're able and would like, I invite you to stand and support the graduates as they process in. Graduates, please come and celebrate with us. Okay, wonderful. I appreciate you all for inviting our graduates in. You all maybe go ahead and take your seats. And welcome to our graduates. We're overjoyed to see your faces and to have you here. As we begin our program, it's important to know that many units, groups, offices, and departments have helped the graduation celebrations become what they are today. And it's important to acknowledge that effort and support. So thank you to the Office of the Vice Chancellor for Anti-Racism, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, SIUE Safe Zone, the Queer Faculty Staff Association, and the Office of the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs for their continued support. I would also like to say thank you to the staff of the Kimmel Belonging and Engagement Hub who work behind the scenes to help plan and implement the event today. Thank you all. I look to you students and say that we are honored that you've chosen to celebrate your accomplishments with us today. You have endured and you have reached a pivotal moment, graduation. You have persisted, you have worked diligently, and we will be sure you are recognized for such dedication. At this time, I'd like to direct your attention to our digital program booklet. If you are with us in person, then the first few pages of our digital program booklet are what you hold in your hands as our order of program for the ceremony. This includes a listing of our graduates. You will also note on the program today a QR code. If you scan the QR code, you will be able to access the full program booklet, which includes the graduates' pictures, biographical information, and messages to those who have been pivotal in their journey to graduation. For those who are unable to be with us today, either in person or viewing the live stream, graduates, be sure to direct your supporters to this same booklet listed on the Kimmel Belonging and Engagement Hub's website under the Affinity Celebrations page, and remind them they can view this event at any time on the channel where we are currently streaming, which is the SIUE, the Hub on YouTube. And while you may be browsing through the program booklet, I want to take a brief moment to recognize members of our senior leadership here on campus, some of which that are in attendance today. We are grateful to have their continued support at the Kimmel Belonging and Engagement Hub's programs, and especially during this week as we celebrate our graduates. First, we would like to thank SIUE's Chancellor, Dr. James T. Miner, and to thank our Vice Chancellors here on campus. Additionally, we'd like to thank the members of the Chancellor's Extended Council, and a thanks to our Dean of Schools and Colleges, which includes Dr. Kevin Leonard, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. And thank you to the members of our SIUE system leadership who are often attend and send their regards to us today. Now, it is my pleasure to welcome you to our 5th Asian American, and Pacific Islander graduation ceremony, which we celebrate semi-annually. 2.5 years ago, we held our inaugural CSDI, or Center for Student Diversity and Inclusion, graduation ceremony. This is the name before we changed our name to the Kimmel Belonging and Engagement Hub. And the year we celebrated the CSDI graduation was the first celebration of this kind, where we honored those whose identities had multiple intersections that were perhaps not reflected in the affinity-based graduation celebrations previously celebrated by the office. We created a general ceremony to honor and celebrate the contributions of all of our historically underserved populations that have surpassed multiple hurdles to make it to this point. What we did recognize is many of those who attended that celebration identified as Asian, Asian American, or Pacific Islander. And so we decided to adapt the CSDI graduation ceremony to celebrate this specific identity group. So while some institutions have celebrated events for AAPI communities since the 1980s, there has been an increase in recognition for this population in the last few years, which includes that recognition on this campus. Additionally, there have been different ways that students have been included. You may have heard me say AAPI or Asian American Pacific Islander, but I've also referenced Asian American Pacific Islander and Desi American. This is sometimes abbreviated to APIDA. This is because there are many ways to include the many who may identify in this group. So you will hear me use these terms interchangeably today, as we know it is imperative to include all those who have a lineage as AAPI and APIDA. Additionally, graduation celebrations such as these have often followed the creation of Asian studies programs, the creation of AAPI or APIDA student organizations, or an influx of AAPI or APIDA students being admitted to institutions and graduating at institutions. Here, we recognized that there was a population showing itself at programs and events that needed to be recognized. So thank you, graduates, for showing yourself here and allowing us to see you and to recognize you. At this time, we will hear from Dr. Amardeep Kaur. Dr. Kaur is an associate professor in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering at SIUE. Originally from Punjab, she earned a B.Tech in Electronics and Communications Engineering in India before coming to the U.S. to pursue graduate studies. She received her Ph.D. in Electrical Engineering at Missouri University of Science and Technology in Rolla, Missouri in 2014. She worked as an assistant teaching professor at the Missouri University of Science and Technology in Rolla, Missouri for 6 years before joining SIUE in August of 2020. Her research interests are optical fiber sensors, harsh environment sensors, embeddable sensors, structural health monitoring, and laser micro machining. She believes in evidence-based teaching that helps prepare students to be better engineers and significant contributing members of the global society. For her various efforts, she has won the Outstanding Engineering Educator Award for IEEE, the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, Region 5 in 2019, the Outstanding Educator Award for IEEE, St. Louis section in 2018, and the Missouri S&T Faculty Achievement Award in 2018, and the Outstanding Branch Counselor Award for IEEE St. Louis section in 2016. Her paper based on the investigation of student experience with the flipped classroom titled Blended Learning, Electrical Circuits for Non-EE Students, presented at 2018 ASEE, the American Society for Engineering Education Midwest Section Annual Conference, won the Best Paper Award for the Midwest Section in Zone 3. Dr. Kaur is a senior member of IEE and also an active member of ASEE and HKN IEE. She currently serves as the chair of the Student Activities Committee of IEE Region 5 and the chair of the ECE division of the ASEE. In the past, she has served as the chair of the IEE St. Louis section and the chair of the ASEE Midwest section. She strongly believes in the ASEE mission of advancing innovation, excellence, and access to engineering education, and she's continually seeking opportunities to contribute to this mission. Please help me in welcoming Dr. Kaur to stage.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Well, thanks for being here at this momentous occasion. Being an international person myself in the US, it's an honor to be part of the ceremony, to celebrate your achievements at SIUE. And I know we have a live feed going as well. So we are recognizing everybody here today in person, or present in spirit. I know that for most of you, all of your friends, family, and loved ones will not be able to make it to your graduation ceremonies in person. So I want to take a moment to acknowledge the efforts of your families, your loved ones, your friends, teachers and mentors before SIUE, and all those people who contributed to your journey and success that has landed you at SIUE. So next time you talk to them, especially your parents or people who were there for you as parents, please tell them that Dr. Kaur said thank you for allowing us to train, educate, and shape your child. I know that we have significant number of international graduates graduating this term on campus. And I know from personal experience that this journey can be particularly hard and draining when you don't have family around. So I hope that to some extent, your SIUE family was able to be there for you in your moment of need. I came to this country to pursue graduate studies. I did my master's and PhD, as Liz mentioned, from Missouri S&T in Rolla, a small university town at the time. It's about 130 miles from here. I still remember the challenges of being a graduate student, tried to do my best in everything, and while navigating through a new country, new culture, language, bitter, snowy, cold, amongst other things, which we haven't experienced this year, but usually, So I know what it has taken for you to come to this point, to this moment here. I want to tell you that we, your SIUE family, are very proud of you. We are proud of what you have accomplished, how far you've come along, the contributions you've made during your time here, and the help you've extended to your friends and fellow students to make their journeys a success as well. I suppose it's customary for me to give you advice for your future journey. I don't particularly feel that I'm in a position to give you advice. As such, since each individual has their own journey, their own path to take, and you'll have your own unique challenges and triumphs. What I thought I would share instead is a little bit of my own journey and things that have helped along the way. I was born in a small village at my grandparents' home in a state called Punjab in India, and raised mostly in another village in the same state. I was not an easy kid growing up, always questioned everything and was never satisfied with the status quo answer of, well, this is how things are done in our society. If you're from India, Asia, or most part of the world, you would be very familiar with that phrase. But I was very fortunate to have people around me who never put me down. They may have been frustrated with me most of the time, but never stifled my questioning or curiosity in knowing about things or questioning things. I had parents that always stood by me in whatever I wanted to do. There have been many occasions, many times when they disagreed with my choices, but ultimately acknowledged that those were my own decisions and supported me regardless. I had great teachers who provided creative outlets for me to engage in, and ways to manage my anger, angst, frustration, those feelings that we all go through in early years of our life. I know that not every one of you would be fortunate enough to have people like that in your life. But despite that, I would like to ask you that you be that encouraging person in someone else's life. Remember your struggles. Be mindful. Try to contribute positively into other people's lives. Because your actions, positive and negative, are going to impact a lot of people's lives. Those of you who may have worked with me directly or have taken a course with me would know that I don't take it personally, and I never get mad if a student is sleeping in my class. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that out loud, but that's the truth. Over time, I've realized, and I try to remind myself, that my class is not the only thing going in that student's life. That's not the only thing that they're doing. They may be working multiple jobs. They may be caring for a child at home or another family member. They may be struggling to find houses. Who knows what challenges they're going through. And that occasion may have been the only time that they've been able to, grab some sleep or catch up on sleep for days. So remember, when interacting with people through your personal and professional lives, that the other person might be going through a hardship that you're not aware of. If you have to provide criticism, make it constructive, do so in a non-judgmental way, and create an environment where family, friends, colleagues can come to you and talk to you about their challenges. You won't have all the answers all the time, and that's okay. What helps most in my experience is just to be considerate, be sympathetic, and if you can, be empathetic. Practice compassion. The thing that have helped me most in my personal and professional growth is to be receptive and have an open mind. It's hard at times to acknowledge that other people may know more than I do, or that I can learn from someone regardless of their age, academic preparedness, their chosen or accidental career paths, or cultural background, etc. So be receptive and keep an open mind. Know that whatever your strongly held beliefs are, political, religious, academic, philosophical, most people in the world will have very different views that they strongly hold. If you keep an open mind, you'll be able to learn about people around you. You'll be able to continuously evolve and become a better person. Be open and welcoming to people who may come from different cultural backgrounds, different economic backgrounds, different personal experiences, and different personal identities. I hope that your journey and experiences so far have provided you with ample proof that diversity of people and of thoughts is positive and enriching. I know that we use this phrase to be tolerant a lot. And I guess in certain instances, it's enough to be tolerant. But I would ask you all not to keep that bar so low as far as people are concerned. When people are concerned, don't just be tolerant. Practice acceptance. That being said, at the same time, don't be afraid to acknowledge your own struggles, whether personal or professional. At times, we try so hard to succeed and win in life that we forget to give ourselves time. There'll be times in life when you'll struggle to find a way to peace and calm. You may be trying to process grief, or conquer anxiety, or just feeling lost. In those times of uncertainty, please talk to someone. Talk to family, or a friend, or a mentor, or a medical professional. Give your mental health and well-being the same priority as your physical health and well-being. You all will start or resume professional journeys after graduation. And in today's hyper-paced environment, I cannot emphasize enough that you should find ways to create a work-life balance. And work-life balance means a lot of different things to different people. For me, it means to find a way to not lose sleep over certain things. I haven't mastered the practice yet, but I'm getting better, with passing time. Let me share a tool that my husband and I find very useful, that we practice. It's not like a tool, we just kind of came up with it. It's called 1, 2, 3. So 1, say yes to a social event from a friend, family, or neighbor at least once a week. Okay. If you don't get invited, invite somebody over. It could be meeting a friend or a neighbor over breakfast or a cup of coffee. This should be your time to relax and talk about things other than work. Now, you don't have to do this every week. The schedule will change every week. Some weeks you might just want to take that time for yourself, and that's okay too. 2, engage in physical exercise at least twice a week. It is scientifically proven fact that physical exercise does not only help with our physical health, it is also hugely beneficial to our mental health. Right? Pick an activity that you enjoy. Find outdoor or indoor things to do in your area. Invite friends to join you to make it fun. And you don't always have to go to gym to have a good physical activity, right? You can find other ways to get that in. 3, cook for yourself at least 3 times a week. For me, that's a guaranteed time, and I'm not thinking about anything else. It's a guaranteed stress buster for me. So find recipes of the foods that you like to eat or the foods that you would like to explore, but you don't have local options to do so. The key thing is to have a multifaceted life where you're regularly engaging with people who energize you and fill you with positivity. So create your own 1, 2, 3, 2, or whatever you want to call it, right? That caters to your physical, mental health well-being, and help you to move on. And now to conclude, I would like to share my optimism and excitement for your future journeys. You all are armed with knowledge, tools, and diverse global perspective gained through years of hard work, marked with low and high points. So as you start the next phase of your life, Remember those hardships. Remember your wins. Remember the friends you've made along the way. And remember the dreams that you had, the dreams that formed and then reformed over time. I do not doubt that you'll go on to make valuable contributions to the world. Just remember that life is full of limitless opportunities and possibilities. And you should not be afraid of pursuing your dream with passion and with hope. Congratulations to all of you for your graduation and the remarkable journey that has brought you here. We are very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kaur. I actually told her before we started the event, I was so thrilled that the thing she said yes to this week was the ceremony. So thank you so much. I'm Ashley Jones. I think most of you know me, especially you guys. I've only emailed you like 50 times in the last week. So I'm the office administrator at the Kimmel Belonging and Engagement Hub, and I have the privilege and the honor to announce our fall 2023 graduates. And I get to celebrate them each individually. Momentarily, we're going to ask you to come to the side of the stage and you will receive your cord. And Dr. Kaur will be draping that around your neck as well. And as you cross the stage, our campus photographer, Howard Ash in the house, whoop, whoop, he will take your photo against our backdrop as well. Feel free to wave at the camera as well to your family and friends who might be watching. Sorry, I paraphrased even though I wrote this. Graduates, please know that we see you and we honor you and we celebrate you. And as you receive your cord, we hope that you will wear this cord proudly during your respective commencement exercises next week. And we are now going to begin recognizing you. So please stand up and proceed to the side of the stage. We're going to start with our bachelors. This is Oren Bayarg Jargal, Bachelor of Science in Economics and a minor in Psychology. And now we are going to honor our graduate students. This is Farnoosh Adeline Asab, Master of Science, major in Mathematics, concentration in Statistics and Operations Research. Anuja Aryal, Master of Science, Management Information Systems. And then last, we have Mukesh Kumar Das, Master of Science, Industrial Engineering. Congratulations, graduates. And thank you all again for your participation. We actually had about 15 graduates registered for this evening. However, most of them are in class. So I said, by all means, please stay in class and finish that final, please. All right, as we mentioned earlier, the graduates submitted their letters of thanks to their friends and family members, and even a couple shout outs to Dr. Kaur here as well. So those are on our digital program, so please view that. And we know it takes a lot of love and care from all of those around each student to encourage them to complete their degree and make it to graduation. So the messages that you graduates share to those who are members of your care team are included in that program that we mentioned earlier. However, we also want to honor those of you who are here today. Thank you all so much for coming to support these students. And please join me in one last celebratory moment, thanking the individuals for their support and also honoring our graduates. Thank you. All right. And so we are concluding today. I do want to mention before we wrap everything up, we want to continue the celebration with the Always a Cougar celebration, which is on Thursday, I believe, the 14th. So please join that and continue all your celebrations there before your final commencement. And graduates, before you leave, just remember that we have certificates for you at the check-in table. So please pick those up. And then one last thing, we want to get a group picture of everyone. So we're going to hang out with Howard real quick after this ceremony. And to all of our other attendees, you are welcome to get all the pictures you like. We do have a reception next door, so please stick around and mingle and eat. I think we have a lot of I saw some M&M brownies over there, so definitely grab a few of those. And one final congratulations, graduates. I am so honored that you came and shared your celebration with us. Thank you all. Have a great evening.